Everyone say hello. We have a guest. And by we, I mean the solar system, because we have an interstellar visitor once again. Everyone say hi to 3I Atlas. 3I Atlas is so named because it is the third, 3, interstellar object, I, detected passing through the solar system. The first, and undeniably the most famous one, was Oumuamua, discovered in 2017 after passing the sun on its way out of our system. We didn't get a great look at it, but we knew it wasn't a comet, but it also had the kind of non-gravitational acceleration that comets show sometimes when outgassing like a rocket. That leaves a wide range of possibilities when ruling out some easy answers as to Oumuamua's identity, which is why Chair of the Harvard Astronomy Department, Avi Loeb, once published a paper demonstrating that the observations weren't inconsistent with an alien solar sail spacecraft. And you know, Oumuamua's out here. We've gotten all the data we're ever going to get, so no one's likely to be able to falsify that hypothesis, I guess. Oumuamua hasn't been proven not to be aliens. Chair of Harvard Astronomy Department, Avi Loeb, everyone. So, between Oumuamua being the first interstellar object discovered in our solar system, its unusual traits, and, that, it's not surprising that it's the most prominent interstellar object in the public consciousness. But 3I Atlas is the third interstellar object, so what about the second? 2I Borisov is a comet. We didn't know for sure what Oumuamua's deal was because it had outgassing like a comet, but no visible coma, no cloud of dust and gas. But that is absolutely not even slightly the case for Borisov. Borisov not only had an unambiguous coma, but its tail was 14 times the size of the Earth. No one is saying this was an alien solar sailcraft because they're too busy putting its picture in the dictionary definition of comet. That's also why it was named the way it was. The observatory that discovered Oumuamua is at the Haleakala Observatory in Hawaii, hence the object's Hawaiian name, meaning a messenger from afar arriving first. Comets, on the other hand, are named for the person who discovers them, and 2I Borisov is, again, definitely a comet. The Borisov in question is Gennady Borisov. Strictly speaking, he's an amateur astronomer in that his job does not involve taking astronomical observations. That said, Borisov makes and maintains telescopes as his profession, which is probably why he has the skills to have discovered 2I Borisov, as well as 8 other comets and several near-Earth objects on telescopes he designed and built himself. Officially, 2I Borisov was discovered at the Margot Observatory. But Margot Observatory is literally Gennady Borisov's personal collection of telescopes that he makes observations with as a hobby. Amateur astronomy is just such a cool expression of citizen science, and there's such a wide range of ways people engage with it. And the point is, the second interstellar object ever discovered, this rogue comet, was discovered by such an astronomer. Where Oumuamua had this really tight kind of slingshot path, Borisov has a much looser hyperbolic trajectory. They did zip through our solar system at roughly the same hyperbolic excess speed, Borisov at about 30 kilometers per second, Oumuamua at about 26. But unlike Oumuamua, which we didn't spot until it was past its closest point to the Earth, Gennady Borisov discovered the interstellar comet a couple months before it got to its closest point to the Earth, so we actually got to see it come and go. It's now on its way to a minor constellation called Telescopium, whose nearest star is 19.3 light-years from us, and whose farthest is 8,500 light-years away. 2I Borisov is estimated to take 9,000 years to cover one single light-year of interstellar space, so wherever it ends up, it'll take a minute to get there. But that brings us to today's new friend, 3i Atlas. It was discovered on July 1st by the Atlas Telescope Network in Rio Hurtado, Chile. And yes, it is following the comet name scheme because observations lead most astronomers to believe it's a comet. You know, most astronomers. Avi Loeb published a preprint on July 4th that it could be a comet or a solid object, which apparently he's telling the press could be aliens. Fortunately, this one is easily falsifiable, as even his own preprint points out. If Atlas gets brighter as it gets closer to the sun, it's going to be a comet because the sun causes greater evaporation the closer the object is. The chair of the astronomy department. Anyway, multiple observatories across the world have reported observations consistent with a coma and tail on 3i Atlas, so, you know. And professional and amateur astronomers alike are on the case. Like Borisov, astronomers spotted 3i Atlas with plenty of time. We've got until September until the sun makes it too hard to get a good look at. Then we'll get a good look at it again around December as it passes Earth on its way out of our system. Fortunately for Earth, 3i Atlas's exit will be made with plenty of elbow room. We are closer to the sun itself than we will ever be to 3i Atlas. We're also getting a ton of data about 3i Atlas retroactively. Once it was discovered, citizen and professional scientists went back through the archives of Atlas telescopes and other observatories. The idea is that they can go back through previous observations now that they know where and what to look for. And indeed, astronomers have been able to identify pre-discovery observations as far back as May 22nd as of this report, well over a month before 3i Atlas was actually spotted. Never know what you can find in past data. 3i Atlas also expands the diversity of our interstellar visitors. If 1i Oumuamua was this little asteroidal long boy, and 2i Borisov was this little comet with a big cloud and tail, 3i Atlas is a big comet, albeit with much weaker cometary activity than 2i Borisov. The comet itself may be multiple kilometers in size. That makes it easily visible to all these observatories and to hardcore backyard astronomers and people like Gennady Borisov with personal observatories full of telescopes they design, but it will never be quite naked eye or binoculars level visible for the rest of us. After the discovery of 2i Borisov, space agencies have been talking about the viability of intercept missions to get measurements from these objects and so on. But they're moving through pretty zippy, so that's no trivial task. And in practice, we haven't exactly gotten tons of advanced notice about these objects, so a mission to rendezvous with something like this is hard to coordinate. Nonetheless, organizations like the European Space Agency are investigating the viability of intercept missions in the future, as there's a plan scheduled for a 2029 launch to put a spacecraft into parking orbit, lying in wait in case the opportunity arises to meet up with a future comet like this. In the meantime, all focus is on the interstellar object here with us right now, as telescopes around the world scramble to point at our visitor. Say hi to Atlas for us.